8-1, number 8 Notre Dame today. They take on the 5-4 Virginia Cavaliers on Senior Day in Notre Dame Stadium. Pretty good day for November. We're in the 50s. It's going to be about 51, 52. Very little chance of rain. And the Irish are on a roll. They have won 7 straight games, but they have no margin for error. They have to win out. If they do, they're going to the college football playoff. If they don't, that's pretty unlikely. And for Virginia, they come in. They're at 5-4. They come into this game with a little swagger. They beat Pitt last week, kind of an upset at Pitt, 24-19. That's a good win for Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com. I'm Phil Houck, and these are my last thoughts just before kickoff, brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. Remember, where you bank does matter. Okay, here's my thoughts. Thought number 1, guard against letdowns. Now, a few weeks ago, I said that exact same thing before the Notre and Illinois game. We know how that went. So we know how important it is to guard against letdowns. But since that loss to Notre and Illinois, Notre Dame has been a steamroller. 7 straight wins. They have won those 7 games, by the way, by a combined score of 308-71. That is domination. That's good. But human nature says it's hard to stay on that razor's edge from week to week. It just is. And as Marcus Freeman said this week, for us, we know every week is the Super Bowl for the Irish. Imagine that, preparing for a Super Bowl every week. But that's really where the Irish have been since that one loss they suffered in Game 2. So how do you stay on razor's edge? How do you stay motivated? How do you avoid letdowns? I don't know, but I don't make $8 million. So we'll trust that the coaches know how to do that. Suffice to say, no letdowns, because this Virginia team has weapons. Now let's talk about those, and that's thought number 2. Virginia, really good offensive line. They returned 4 out of 5. They're now experienced at all 5 positions on that offensive line. And they got 2 really solid running backs, a bruiser, an inside guy, and an outside guy, a speed guy. Good combination of running backs. And they have a dual threat quarterback in Anthony Calendra, and a top-notch wide receiver. His name is Malachi Fields, 6'4", 220 pounds. He's good. But they have a defense that may be vulnerable. They played pretty well against Pitt last week, but they caught a break. They only gave up 19 points to Pitt. That's good, but they caught a break because Pitt's quarterback got injured in the third quarter. Pitt wasn't quite the same defense. They have shown vulnerabilities throughout most of the season on defense. So thought number 3 are Notre Dame's keys. Number 1, pressure on Calendra. He takes a lot of sacks, 33 or 31, something like that on the year, one of the worst marks in the country. He takes those sacks because he holds onto the ball too long, and he throws interceptions. His ratio, 8 interceptions, 12 touchdown passes. That's not really good. There may be some ability for the Irish to take advantage of those things. Look for Riley Mills, pass rush, 3 sacks last week. He's got to bring it this week too, and maybe Xavier Watts can pick up another interception. Look for that. I'll go ahead and predict that. Okay, and on offense, the Irish need to take some shots downfield so that they can loosen up that defense a little bit so we can get the running game going, and I think the Irish can do that. Look for Jordan Faison, Bo Collins, Jaden Harrison, Chris Mitchell, maybe just to get some shots downfield. If they loosen things up in that fashion with the passing game, the Irish offense should be able to find plenty of openings today. Notre Dame is a 23.5-point favorite today. And for Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com, the pick, Notre Dame 35, Virginia 10. Check us out check out Fighting Irish Preview. We are all over social media today. YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook. During the game, check me out on Twitter. That's X. I'll be sending you tweets during the game. And we need your likes and we need your clicks. We appreciate your support very much. For Fighting Irish Preview and FightingIrishPreview.com, I'm Phil Houck, and these have been my last Notre Dame Federal Credit Union thoughts before kickoff, and I will talk to you after the game.